There are warriors who fight the world, and then there are warriors who fight themselves. Miyamoto Musashi was the second kind, a man who wandered without a master, a swordsman who answered to no school, no lord, no tradition, a spirit forged not by loyalty, but by solitude. He walked alone, not because he hated people, but because he understood one thing: a crowded life makes a crowded mind, and a crowded mind cannot see truth. While others clung to teachers, titles, and tribes, Musashi stripped everything away until only the essential remained. No attachments, no possessions, no comfort, no illusions. Just a man, a sword, and the discipline to face himself without distraction. This wasn't isolation, it was awakening. Because Musashi knew, if you cannot stand alone, you are not yet standing at all. His path of aloneness wasn't loneliness, it was liberation. And the first step is seeing how much of your life is shaped by noise that isn't yours. Aloneness breaks most men, but it built Musashi. He wasn't isolated by accident. He chose solitude, the way a blade chooses fire, because he understood something the world still refuses to learn. A man surrounded by noise never hears himself. A man surrounded by comfort never finds his edge. So he walked away from alliances, away from applause, away from the soft hands of society that try to shape every man into the same obedient form. He sought a stricter teacher: silence. On the road alone, there is nowhere to hide. Your fears follow you, your doubts stalk you, your weakness sits beside you like a shadow that refuses to leave. Most people run from that confrontation. Musashi walked into it with intention. Because solitude is not loneliness, it is clarity. It is the stripping away of every lie you tell yourself, every identity you borrowed, every illusion the world handed you. Only in that emptiness can a man discover his true form, unmasked, unfiltered, unprotected. Musashi stepped into solitude not to escape the world, but to forge the self that could face it. Musashi understood something most people never realize. The world is full of chains disguised as comforts. People cling to status, titles, possessions, praise, belonging. But every attachment you call security becomes a leash the moment life tests you. Musashi saw this early. He watched warriors crumble because they fought for approval, not principle. He saw men betray themselves just to fit in. He saw talent rot in the hands of those who needed validation more than mastery. So he chose another path. He wrote, "Do not hold on to possessions you no longer need." But he didn't mean objects. He meant dependencies, emotional crutches, social masks, ego identities. He knew, if you cannot stand alone, you cannot stand at all. And here is the uncomfortable truth we rarely admit. Many people don't seek meaning, they seek distraction. They drown in noise, in relationships built from fear, in dreams borrowed from others. Because silence would reveal a life built on sand. Musashi embraced that silence. He walked toward the part of life everyone else avoids, the place where you meet yourself without applause, without comparison, without illusion. That is where strength is forged, not in comfort, not in belonging, but in the raw confrontation with your own mind. Musashi didn't reject the world. He rejected anything that made him weaker, and that is why he walked alone. There is a reason Musashi spent his final years writing instead of fighting, because by the end of his life, he understood something most warriors never do. The real battlefield is internal, not against opponents, not against armies, but against illusion. Illusions of control, illusions of status, illusions of permanence, illusions of, "I need this to be whole." Musashi spent decades sharpening steel, only to discover the sharpest blade he ever forged was clarity. Because clarity cuts through the lies you tell yourself, the lie that you need approval, the lie that you must be understood, the lie that safety will save you, the lie that comfort won't eventually enslave you. Musashi wrote, "Perceive that which cannot be seen." He wasn't talking about mysticism, he was warning you about delusion. Most people live inside stories someone else wrote for them. The story of what success should be, the story of who they must impress, the story of what a normal life looks like. Musashi broke all of them. He lived in caves, he rejected titles, he ignored praise, he walked alone. Not because he hated the world, but because he refused to let the world shape him. To follow the path of aloneness is to understand. Freedom is not found in possessions. Freedom is found in perception. When nothing owns you, nothing can control you. And when nothing controls you, your life becomes your own. This is the sword Musashi wants you to lift, not the one forged in fire, but the one forged in consciousness. The blade that cuts illusion from truth and leaves only what is real. There is a line in Musashi's final writings that stops the heart. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Do not rely on anything. People misunderstand this. They think he meant to reject the world, to avoid joy, to walk life cold and untouched. But Musashi wasn't warning you against pleasure. He was warning you against dependence. Because the moment something owns your happiness, it owns your freedom. The moment you cling, you weaken. The moment you attach, you make yourself vulnerable to loss. Musashi's aloneness wasn't loneliness, it was clarity. He understood a truth most people avoid. Everything you cling to will eventually be taken from you. But what you cultivate within yourself, no one can touch. So he taught the discipline of letting go. Let go of praise, let go of comfort, let go of possessions, let go of the need to be understood. Not because these things are evil, but because they are fragile. He refused to build his life on what could be taken. He built it on what could be strengthened: skill, character, self-mastery, inner stillness. And this is the paradox. The less you cling, the more powerful you become. The warrior who needs nothing cannot be threatened. The creator who seeks no validation cannot be silenced. The human who stands complete within themselves cannot be broken. Musashi's aloneness wasn't an escape from the world. It was a return to himself. And that is the beginning of invincibility. There comes a moment in every warrior's life when the world grows quiet. No applause, no enemies, no teachers left to follow, just you and the path beneath your feet. This is where Musashi ended his life, not in battle, not in glory, but in solitude, writing a final message meant for anyone brave enough to read it. Never rely on others, never chase comfort, never abandon your inner strength. He wasn't telling you to be lonely, he was telling you to be unshakable. Because every attachment can be taken, every distraction collapses, every illusion disappears. What remains is the person you have forged. The path of aloneness isn't a rejection of the world, it's a return to yourself. It's the moment you stop needing validation, the moment you stop letting others define your worth. The moment you realize freedom is not out there, it is in how lightly you walk through life. So walk your path, even if no one understands it. Walk with clarity, walk with intention, walk with the quiet fierceness of someone who knows, I carry my own direction, I carry my own peace, I carry my own strength. If this message speaks to you, comment, I walk alone, not as isolation, but as independence. And subscribe if you want to continue this journey with those who are not afraid to stand apart, to live deliberately, and to master themselves the way Musashi once did. Because in the end, you don't need a crowd. You need a spine of steel and a heart that refuses to follow. Walk alone, walk true, walk forward.